Good morning, guys. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. Literally, I'm on my way. I'm getting ready for work right now. But I have to take a second and I got to address this because this is unacceptable. All right, guys. Florida postal worker accused of throwing ballot election mail into woods. A Florida man could face years behind bars accused of tossing a mail-in ballot and other election-related mail into the woods while serving as a contract U.S. postal worker. Is that an NALC contract or is it like a third-party contractor? It's not really too. It's a vague definition that they put there. This is from Newsweek. Federal authorities on Friday arrested Otis McCoy, charging him with discarding over 1,000 pieces of mail instead of delivering them while working them on his Orlando, Florida route on Tuesday. He was charged with stealing, taking, or abstracting mail, and a criminal offense punishable by a fine of $250,000 and a term of up to 5 years. Guys, political mail is mail. Okay, there's no reason any one type of mail should be treated better than any other type of mail. However, political mail is not to joke with. When you get those flyers, the EDDMs that look like UBBM, when there's a vacancy or unknown addressee, or if you know the person deceased, any endorsement that you're going to put on any political flyer, you can't toss it in your UBBM. And your supervisors should have told you this. You should know this. You have to physically endorse that piece of whatever you want to call it. If it's not first class, you still have to endorse it and you have to physically give it to your supervisor. They treat political mail totally different than they do first class mail. Authorities were alerted due to another postal worker becoming suspicious when he helped McCoy load his truck with a large quantity of mail before seeing him return from his route earlier than expected. See, when you're running, you snitch, you played yourself. A tracking device installed on the van later confirmed that McCoy deviated from his route. That scanner data, this time it was actually used for good. Imagine something actually created for a good use was used for its intended. The discarded mail was later discovered in a wooded area of Orlando neighborhood that was near McCoy's route. Footage of McCoy tossing the mail away was also captured by a camera installed on a cul-de-sac home adjacent to the woods. You're not gonna get away with not doing your job. If you don't want to do your job, that's fine. But what this does is create a distrust between us and the American people at large. And as I was stating in my video yesterday, right now is probably the greatest time for our union to succeed. And we have the momentum. And this right here is a momentum killer. Okay, to have people thinking that we are interfering with elections, to put that distrust into the American people, especially this election. I'm not saying that any other election is more important than this one, but this election has so much. This election is probably, guys, I can't believe a postal employee would do this. Okay, this is totally unacceptable. This person should be charged to the fullest extent of the law. And in cases like this, it's best for, if you were that employee, it's best for you to go contact outside lawyer representation, because I don't think the union can help you with this one. We live in a democratic country where free and fair elections is what the Constitution and what a democracy is all about. And then for someone to impose their will upon constituents, upon people voting in a democratic process, that's unacceptable. It's not going to fly. And this is going to hit mainstream news. And it's going to make us look like we don't know what the heck we're doing. Earlier this year, a Tennessee postal worker was accused of throwing bins of mail to a dumpster. Yeah. Yeah, guys. I mean, this guy's name was Otis McCoy. And essentially, I already said it, but I'm going to say it again. This instills a distrust into our customers. Um, in a time where the postal system is fragile when it comes to election due to a political candidate in the last election, who claims that the election was thrown away and taken, and that ballots were misrepresented, ballots were not counted, ballots were double counted, ballots were counted late because we couldn't deliver them on time. This isn't the headline. This isn't the news cycle that we want. Um, and I know that I do my job to the best of my ability. And when it comes to this season, political season, we know that we have to just be a little bit more conscious of how we handle that mail. Okay. To be 100% honest, I haven't seen the volume. I have not seen the amount of political mail that should be there. So the mail you do have, you have to treat it the way it's supposed to be treated. If you look around your station, there are papers and papers and papers and bulletin boards that these managers and these supervisors have created to how to handle political mail. If you notice, your UBM buckets for political mail goes to your supervisor and they have it tagged political mail. This is nothing to joke with. If you get caught messing around with political mail, you will be charged to the full extent of the law. And I'm surprised the DOJ hasn't stepped in here. I mean, it says federal authorities, probably postal inspectors. But guys, right there, right there. Charles Johnston, inspector with the United States Postal Inspection Service, recalled observing a surveillance video of McCoy throwing large quantity of mail into a wooded lot. And then what happened? One of the employees saw him doing it. Another authorities were alerted due to a postal worker becoming suspicious when he helped McCoy load up a van with a large quantity of mail before seeing him return. Guys, if you don't want to do this job, just sign your resignation paper and keep it moving. Because when you mess with the integrity of the United States Postal Service, you will be caught, you will be dealt with swiftly, and they will make an example out of you. And then they will make a statement saying that you acted on your own behalf, you're being investigated. But in the long term, what that does is it puts a distrust between us, the letter carriers that are trying to do our job to the best of our ability, and the ones that are just don't want to do their jobs, and the few bad apples. Totally unacceptable. Don't agree with it. I never will. If you're not gonna do your job right, just get the heck out of here. You're making us look bad. Guys, this is the early one today, but I had to post this. It's unacceptable. And let me know what you think about it. All right, guys, until next time, I'll be here and you'll be there. Peace.